Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. This is Yasuo Uchiha here with you today with another deck profile. And today's deck is something very near and dear to the heart. My Dark Magician deck. That's right. Dark Magicians. The one deck that that can't get to that competitive level. Or at least you didn't think so. No, okay, I'll be honest with you. It's still pretty tough. I would consider this deck at best rogue. Almost, maybe, depending what the new Megatins come out with support for Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. Again, thank you, Konami. This deck could get really busted. And I mean really busted, depending what they give Dark Magician. So, let's just get into what makes this deck potentially a really busted deck. Shall we? I think we shall. Up first, we play 3 copies of the original custom-arted Dark Magician. I love this card art. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this is personally my favorite. It's either that or, give me one second. Of course, the Yugimoto Dark Magician. Either one works. I like this one just a little bit better just because it just made by the creator himself, and it just, symbolism. Awesomeness. And of course, you play your 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon for your Red Eyes Fusion, for your Red Eyes Dragoon, and Anaconda. No surprise, right? Anyway, up next we play 3 copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician. Basically, she's an honest for Dark Magician, and she's a collector for Dark Magician. Just get that Dark Magician out of that deck real quick, shall we? And she's a discard for summoning, so it can set up good plays depending what you got. And of course, we play 1 copies of the waifu of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician Girl. How many people have already hit the like button just for her alone? Huh? Huh? Be honest with yourselves. Leave a comment if you did. Up next, we have 3 copies of Magician's Rod. Best search card for Dark Magicians. Well, the only search card for Dark Magicians when it comes to their spells and traps, because Rod just be good. He'd just be a good card. I love this card, honestly. Yeah. Only if Robe was just as good. But sadly, Robe is not even close. And of course, we play 3 hand traps, being Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. Gotta get them hand traps in. I cannot preach that enough. And finally, to end this monster lineup, we have 3 copies of Magician's Soul. Which, I see this card everywhere in every deck. Because it's so generic. And if people get this card banned, even though it's a Dark Magician card, I'll be upset. Because this card is amazing. I'm sorry, but I can't let this card go. It's amazing. When it came out, oh my gosh, I wish I pulled it from my box. I never did. And now it's like $100 and something. It could all be worse Legendary Season 3. Or a reprint in the Megatins, please. That'd be great. And now starting the spell lineup. We have 1 copy of Eye of Timaeus. Now, why are you running 1 Eye of Timaeus? I'll make it really simple. I think Eye of Timaeus is better than the Dark... what's it called? The other fusion spell. Oh, there it is. Secret of Dark Magic. I think it's a lot better than Dark Magic, but Dark Magic can also be very good when needed. I just think Eye of Timaeus it just says target Dark Magician and fusion summon as long as it's listed in its material. You know, we got Dragon's Knight, Dragoon, because it is listed. It is. It has Dark Magician in its text. And of course, the Magicians. So yeah, it's just a really good card. For me, Timaeus is just, in my opinion, better than Secrets of Dark Magic. Speaking of Secrets of Dark Magic, you only play 1 copy. 1. Don't play any more. Whoever says play 3, I understand, but don't. I don't think it's that good. And of course, you play your 1 copy of Red Eyes Fusion for your Dragoon plays. I know this card's going to get hit so hard in the upcoming ban list because he's a problem. So is this card. Expect it. I'm calling it July 1st. Ban list 2021. Let's go. These 2, gonzo. And up next, we play 1 copy of Magicalized Fusion. Here's saying 1. Match Glass Fusion. For what for? Well, I'm sure I've already seen him. I've probably peeked at him. Quintet Magician. We literally have exactly 5 copies of different magicians in this deck. So, board wipe can't tribute it. Wonderful card. Yes, he is. Wonderful card. Yes, he is. So that's why I played 1 copy of Match Glass Fusion. And up next, we play 3 copies of Lightning Storm, because Lightning Storm is probably the best board wipe for either spells or traps, or monster removal, or just a good bait card in general, actually. So yeah. And then we play 1 copy of Bond between Teacher and Student to combo play into your Dark Burning Magic attack, which you play 1 copy of. And then we play 3 Soul Servant, because it is a great draw engine for Dark Magician. Dark Magician needed something to dig through the deck. It just needed it. Okay, so how it basically works, in case those non-Dark Magician players see this video, if Dark Magician Girl are in the graveyard, you get to draw cards equal to the number of Palladium, Dark Magician, or Dark Magician Girl, I forgot to mention Palladium, my apologies, into the graveyard. So that's great, right? That's awesome. That's amazing. We already talked about you. And then we play 1 Illusion Magic, because you want to see those copies of Dark Magician as soon as possible if you don't have him already, or have a way to get him. And then, of course, we play the 1 copy of Dark Magic, as I said before. And then to finish off the spells, we have 3 copies of Dark Magical Circle. You're great. Activate. Choose 1 card that lists Dark Magician in its text. Add it to hand. And if Dark Magician is special summon, bye-bye, banished. And to start our trap lineup, we have 3 copies of Crackdown. Because, honestly, it's one of the best traps in the game. It's like, you just can't deny it. It's one of the best traps. And of course, you play 3 triple copies of Eternal Soul, which protects your Dark Magician or any Dark Magician monster, which, if comboed with this guy, if you get this guy out, this will never be touched. They got to get through him first. But that's pretty hard when this card says him and him, or just, nah, can't touch. And of course, if you can't get him out, stop your opponent from activating card effects. Skill Drain. Still one of the most busted cards ever. I hope this card never comes back to 3. Man, I pray it doesn't. Alright, now to start up the extra deck lineup, we of course play 1 copy of Quintet Magician for the board wipe, and also the non-tributing effect if you have 5 different monsters. And of course, we also have Red Eyes Dragoon, just because he's a busted card, and yeah, he's just everywhere. Literally everywhere. I mean, at least he's making Dark Magician important, right? Because you gotta force yourself to play 1 copy of him and 1 copy of him. It works out. And of course, I play 1 copy of Dark Magician the Dragon's Knight to protect your back row so it doesn't get wiped. Because literally, as soon as he hits the field, he becomes Dark Magician while in the field or graveyard, actually. And your opponent cannot target spell and trap cards you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So yeah, with this guy, untouchable. Like, seriously, I remember all the times I get a board with just him alone, and then just keep reviving each turn Dark Magician. Oh, it's funny. And of course, I play 2 copies of the Magicians, just because why only risk it with 1 when you can have 2? They're really good cards. And you get to draw cards. So, yeah, there you go. And of course, I play for the Dark Magician Bay fanfic writers. I'm kidding. No, I play this card because it's just, I want more use out of Dark Magician Girl if I can. She gets to send a card from their hand to the graveyard, and then target 1 face-up monster or card on the field and pop it. Just get 1 pop removal. And of course, we play for rank 7 classes. We have Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. We all know what it does. It cannot be destroyed by card effects if it has XC material, and also inflicts 500 damage to your opponent immediately after an effect or card effect resolves. And once per turn, you can detach it, but no, I mean, if you want to, you can detach it and bring back Dark Red Eyes Black Dragon. That's up to you. That's really up to you. Up to you. I mean, it's there if you need it. Because we have more rank 7s like number 76, Harmonizer Grandolini. Wonderful card. If you don't know what she does, basically, she cannot be destroyed by a battle with a monster with the same attribute. And once per turn, she can quick effect, target a monster in the graveyard, attach it to herself, and she gains that attribute. So say you're going against Dragon Link, and majority of Dragon Link is dark monsters. She cannot be destroyed by dark monsters. Period, if she has a dark monster material. Period. It's insane. This card has won me games. She's just that good. She's great. She's just great protection and just honestly a good staller if you need it. And of course I play one number 11 Big Eye because if you can, yeah, take your opponent's monsters. Screw them. They don't need monsters. You do. And of course, the last rank 7, we have Ebony Illusion Magician just because it'd just be so weird not to run him in a deck of Dark Magician. It's just so weird. I just cannot drop this guy. Can't. And of course, now for our Link lineup, we have one Barrel Sword Dragon, in case you can just go for that potential OTK and just say, bye-bye, Duelist. And of course, we have Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians, because of that great Spellcanter special effect. Just great. And then we have IP Masquerena, you know, because she's IP. Who doesn't run IP? And of course, Predaplant, Verta Anaconda. Yeah, I don't think I need to say much about this guy, right? He has been the thorn of this whole format, but he is in my Dark Magician deck because of Dragoon. I'm telling you, if Dragoon or him or Red Eyes Fusion itself is going away, one of the two is going to happen. You watch. You watch. And of course, we have one Link Karibo, just in case you need it. Moving on to the side deck. We play one Nibiru, the Primal Being, because, come on, if you're going against Dragon Link, you might as well Nibiru. Right? Screw your opponent. And then you play 3 copies of Ghost Bell, just in case you're going against a really graveyard heavy. And then, of course, we have Drool and Lockbird. Stop that searching. I play one Dark Magical Veil just in case you want to replace, say, Illusion Magic if you don't want to play it. Or you don't want to play Skill Drain. You know, the one-offs you don't really think about. And just have a Monster Reborn on hand. And then we have Cosmic Cyclone. Pay that 1,000. Banish it. Target one spell or trap and banish it. That's in case you don't want to... That's the budget version to Lightning Storm, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. In case you can't afford Lightning Storm, Cosmic Cyclone, your next best card. Really, it is. And then I play one card of Successor Soul. Now, if you don't know what this does, Successor Soul allows you to target one effect monster and then target an effect monster your opponent controls, send them both to the graveyard and special summon one level 7 or higher normal monster from your hand or deck, and you can only use the effect of this once per turn. And you can only attack with one monster during this turn this card's activated. It has a small downfall, but honestly, I mean, if you need Dark Magician and you got Souls or Circle on the field, and you just need that one banish, I mean, it's worth the risk. It's a great card, in my opinion. Honestly, it's underlooked. It really is. And of course, we play 3 copies of Destined Rivals. If you control Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until the end of this turn. You can only activate this once per turn. So basically, it's a once per turn skill drain. Because Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon don't need no effects. They just need to... Because he's an ultimate wizard of defense, and if I have Blue Eyes, he'd be an engine of mass destruction. And honestly, I didn't even know this card existed until I looked it up, and I'm like, holy cow, this is a good card. I mean, honestly, it really is, actually. Like, for archetypal support, this is really good. Especially if Red Eyes Fusion and goes away with Dragoon and Anaconda. It just gives you more room to put this card in. I honestly would say put it in for more skill drain like effects. It's really that good. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our Dark Magician profile today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe for more future updates to deck profiles, tournaments, so on and so forth. And I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead. I'll catch you all in the next episode. See you later.